Hello and welcome to my Alone With Me Minifreak series. This is episode 8, Oscillator 2. So first, what is Alone With Me series? Alone With Me series is a series where you follow my end-to-end process learning to get the best out of a synthesizer. In this case, it is the Arturia Minifreak. Last episode, we looked through the remainder of the algorithms for sound generation in Oscillator 1. In this episode, we're going to use Oscillator 2 to manipulate the sound of Oscillator 1. So without further ado, init patch, let's make a sound that we can manipulate. So let me shape it a little. So that is Oscillator 1 going through some standard subtractive synthesis. Now Oscillator 2, once we go past all of the familiar sounds, the first unusual one here is FM and ring mod. So in this case, it is generating a sound and using that to process the sound of the first oscillator. So this is controlling the waveform. This is controlling the amount of ring mod that's being done. This is the amount of FM, presumably actually phase modulation, that's being done. Something about the timbre reminds me a bit of a harpsichord. I guess ring mod is often used to get metallic sounds, and metallic is one of the things that I think of when I hear harpsichord. Let's move on to the next one, which is probably more what you would have been expecting here, which is the filter. So in this case, the shape parameter selects which filter. Pretty good selection. We have low pass, high pass, band pass, and notch, and each one is available at 36 decibels per octave, 24, 12, and 6. Note that the middle parameter isn't available when we select 6. The middle parameter is resonance. So the 6, so low pass 6 dB per octave or single pole filter, no resonance available. The volume control in this case becomes a wet-dry rather than a volume of this particular oscillator. So just using the filter alone, it leads to something which is very, very softly rolled off, quite nice for shaping the tone, but I think using that wet-dry allows you to get some interesting options for the timbre. try a bass register. Okay, let's try one of the other filter types. High pass, let's try the 24 with some resonance. So definitely this is something that I'd like to be modulating. I can imagine an envelope moving this could be quite pleasing. And consider that this is high-pass filtering, but that's not using the analog filter, so the analog filter is still low-pass filtering, so some interesting combinations available to you there. Let's move on. So the resonance on the bandpass, this is a 36 dB per octave. It resonates, but it also seems to increase the bandwidth a little bit. So what happens if I... And that wet dry again gives us some interesting control. Let's move on. I guess that was low pass, yes. So the filter uses the name surgeon. I presume that's a reference to the specificity. So firstly, the low pass filter sounds very aggressive. No resonance, so this is not coloring the sound, it's not adding that additional harmonic, it's just cutting it, but we have access to wet dry. So we have an interesting timbre shaping parameter there. Let's go fully wet. And the band pass. A resonant type of sound, but it's controlling the bandwidth. So we can pick out a harmonic that we like. We can bring the sound into it with the wet dry. Try playing it a little lower. And higher. Interesting tone. So now the comb filter. If you think back to the episode on Car Plus Strong Oscillator, I mentioned that this delay is actually equivalent to a comb filter. So a resonant comb filter is a modal resonator in this sense. So the filter sweep sound, as I adjust the cutoff up and down, reminds me almost of stretching a string, which is interesting. You can think of a comb filter as having a series of peaks in a harmonic series, so they can emphasize those harmonics in a sound. And if we sweep the cutoff, which fall within that harmonic or not change. So we have a gain going into it, which I guess is providing us some sort of clipping to control which of the harmonics enter. Just like with the car plus strong, we have a damping control. So when the damping is very high, not much sound resonates through. When the damping is low, a lot resonates through. So let's try playing. So let's go to fully dry. So another interesting tone. Moving on, phaser. So we have access to feedback. Maybe a little feedback. So when you only have a little feedback, more subtle. And so this is the number of poles, meaning how many phases are being interfered. So if we have 2, there are only 2 phases. If we bring it up to 12, you can hear it moving past those multiple phases as we sweep it. Another parameter I'd like to be modulating here, I think. So I can imagine getting an effect-like tone just, well, I mean, I guess you could hear me getting an effect-like tone just in the oscillator section. Combine that with some modulations, combine that with some effects, and I think you have the capacity for some pretty interesting and bold sounds. So destroy, let's turn the wet dry all the way up. Brackets 1, fold. Away fold. Bracket 2. Decimate. So decimate is often used in the context of sample reducers and bit crushers. A bit crusher is supposed to be taking a sample, a continuous wave, and quantizing it to certain levels, the equivalent of sampling at lower bit rate. So let's turn that all the way up. So it adds a form of stepping, which gives you a type of noise or distortion. So decimate here is the equivalent of losing samples in the sampling process. Wet dry gives us parallel distortion. Nice sort of inherent animation in the sound there. Again, I can already hear a lot of possibility for modulating those parameters and adding some effects to that. I think that would really take these type of sounds to the next level. So that was the last of these. So I think this is the end of our dive into the oscillator section. I think next we will take a look at the more unique features of the LFO, then probably go into the mod matrix from there. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. I hope you'll join me for the next episode, but most importantly, thank you very much for joining me, and goodbye.